I'm just depressed. Like this, like the fact that I don't want to study and all that. Like I'm having a hard time. Not only studying, I'm having a hard time like putting it all in my mind. Like when I read, I feel like it's not like entering me, and it's just like it's also fucking with my self-esteem a lot. I sometimes feel like I'm not good enough or whatever. And then he asked me, he's like, "What do you think is like the cause of suffering?" I'm like, I don't know. He's like, the fact, egoism, the fact that it's always what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like always like saying like me, I want, I this. Like you have to be able to put your happiness amongst other people. Like you have to be one with the being. Like if you're doing wrong to someone else, it should feel as if you're doing wrong to yourself. Like, I don't know. He explained it way better, and obviously I'm doing a shit job at explaining it.
I know exactly what he's talking
And
about.
And he was just like, how do you think you get happy? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, detachment. Like, the fact that you're so detached to everything, just like makes you suffer. So detachment is how you get happier. And he just like explained it obviously in depth. And I was just like being really stubborn. I was like, whatever, no. But it obviously like it clicked something in me, and then I was like, okay, whatever, I'm depressed. I just want to go shopping because usually I just go shopping and I just feel better. And then he took me to buy these shoes. Like these shoes, he actually wanted me to have them because of the quality. But then he took me to like really expensive brands, and he's like, get whatever you want. Like you think this is gonna make you happy? He's like, I'm giving you one day today. You can get whatever you want, even if something costs like as much. Go get it. I didn't want to buy a single thing, and I just got home feeling so shit. Like this is what like makes me happy. Like this is what I thought that makes me happy for so long, and now I'm just like rethinking, reevaluating all my life decisions and how I've like come to where I am and who I am as a person, and it's just like really mind fucking me. I don't know
Dude,
how to
yeah.
explain it in words. Like I'm just like doing such a
I
shit
completely
job.
understand, dude. It's I don't want to generalize it because we never like to be generalized. But it's like our culture sort of like not culture but our
It is.
era like this how we come from international schools and just certain things
And
and
expectations. I feel like one thing that freaks me out the most is expectations.
yeah, obviously. I mean, that's like, basics 101 of like in Buddhism, even, right? Like what you want out of it doesn't happen that way, then you don't go with the flow. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, there's probably a lot. Dude, you're what, 21 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to say age wise, that's like one factor, right? Okay, so I was what,
Yeah. No,
second year.
another thing that freaks me out is my age.
You're definitely gonna go through this, then I think. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the same way as like or similar to mine, but I had like a hardcore one, like suicidal and shit like that, in sometimes, and yeah, and I wasn't even that just as me as a person is not too materialistic, but the question like why the fuck do I exist is got stronger from 21 to like 23 until I had to just do shit. Like, dude, we have like the type of people we have around us, there's no one single thing that we can compare to and win. Like if I think like, all right, I just want to make a lot of money, it's like, okay, you got fucking 980 billion, I mean not billion, million to go, because our friends, some of them are billionaires, some of them, most of them average are well into double digit millions. So you can't win there, right, if you compare just with money. So one of the easiest ways I do is just focusing on skill. And actually, over time I learned to enjoy that, is just to focus on skill, which is why I said before, like, dude, you need to find something that you want to give a fuck about. It sounds funny, but like, for example, what am I doing? I'm trying to just make my name as a marketer, right? But I focus on skill. I'm gonna be happy when there's enough people in my space saying like, oh shit, that guy Shipga, he knows what the fuck he's doing, like, because that's something I other people can compare in my circle with, like my friends back home and stuff like that. They don't know what I'm doing. I want to be the best marketer I can be. Period. That takes dedication, work, and all that shit. That can't just be bought, right? It's a pure skill, happiness, attached to skill, right? I want to be the best at that. And once you focus on that, you it starts to get a lot easier because you start improving at something that a lot of people can't just be like, meh, I have that too. They had to earn it. Like, an easier example would be, I tell my mom, like, she keeps on like weighing herself. I'm like, forget about the weight, go for the performance. Don't weigh yourself. How do you feel every day when you wake up? Do you feel energetic? Do you feel strong? Can you jump up and yell and scream and run and chase after my brothers and all this stuff? If that's all good and you're working out and you feel good, then you are winning. Because don't have a metric. Okay, so that's one of the factors I would say for you to try to just get in your head first. Like, whatever you're doing now, you said you were interested in fashion and all that stuff. Great. I don't know anything about it, but I know that if you put your focus on the key factors that makes you a great, I don't know what you call it, designer, fashion designer, you will start to free yourself from all the other factors, because now it's all up in the air. Oh, some people are doing this, they're doing that, they came from here. Oh, she's better because she has this. She's in this position, I'm only here, it's gonna take me so long to get there. But if you just focus on like, all right, okay, so I'm this, I have a unique whatever like set of factors, where you come from, all that shit. Now I just want to improve in my skill in this profession or in this direction and kill it, progress through it. You're gonna have so much, it's gonna free you, man, because the common saying says, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Worthy is up to you, what you ever think is worthy. Worthy is a great marketer, you is a fashion designer. That's up to you. Okay, now progressive realization, the definition is not progressively acquiring, or it's realization, because realization is experiencing, right? So as you go through the hurdles that life brings to your set of circumstances, when you are addicted to improve this skill, which happens to be fashion for you, you're gonna get happier, because it's like a video game. Every time you get a little better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm not getting better because of my lack of motivation. Do you see it?
Well, what have you tried? When you say motivation, you're comparing it to the school, which I completely understand not giving a fuck about, because as you know, I always tell you college is a complete waste of time, if not labeled as a scam. So that I understand, because you don't see it flourish, right? You see yourself in class sitting down in front of these people and they're telling you some things. Oh, okay, this is that, this is that. But then when you take that knowledge, can you see yourself like, okay, do you ever feel like, holy shit, fuck yeah, that was the exact point I needed. Now I can run with it and implement it in my life and get tremendous results from. I never feel like that from school, and I don't think anybody feels like that. I think it's pretty rare. What I do feel like that in is actually experiencing.
Then I hate how they make you feel stupid.
What?
They make you feel like you're incapable.
Well, I don't know if they're trying to make you feel incapable. It's just that whatever they're teaching there's a big disconnect between when you're actually implementing it in the real world, or whatever you want to call it. It ain't that real, but you know what I mean, right? When you're actually applying it to a direction where you're going to serve other people, which is what it ultimately has to come to. You have to serve a niche, right? In most things, unless you're trying to just, I don't know, stock trade or some weird shit like that. You're gonna have to. That's gonna be the ultimate result. No matter what kind of person you are, you can be hardcore, I can be selfish, I can be like, I don't care about other people, what they say. But in the end, when my skills actually make somebody's life better, it does feel happy, right? You have to be a psychopath not get that kind of happiness once you do that. And that would be the start of feeling like really good, pure joy from you doing stuff over time, right? As you grow your skill, as you get better at that. I would say, dude, you don't drop out. It's your last year. Stay in it. You want that degree, and it does matter, like you said, in fashion industry and where you are now and everything. So that's fine. But on the side, start looking at. I mean, I don't have proper examples because I don't know anything about the fashion world. But start looking at certain things that you want to do just from point blank, not using anything else. Just you serving another person, another corporation, business, whatever it is, and try to do something for them, something small. Even go for even if you can convince them to pay you a little bit, doesn't have to be a lot, but somewhere where you're going to be tested. Your skill as a fashion designer is going to be tested, that you actually want to implement and get and show them, like, okay, all right, so this is my thing. Watch how I'm good at this. I know I have a good eye for picking out colors and finding out designs that go well together, and watch me nail this. You guys are gonna be fucking proud, and you're gonna really like the decision that you gave me a chance. Shit like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sort of. I know you're kind of like disconnected now and feeling like all frustrated because of how you sound
No,
compared to
this
even
thing
last
I'm
week,
feeling
man.
the same. I know, it's just. Listen, I have a question for you. Do you use presentation, like PowerPoint?
No, I don't.
Hello?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, I don't know how to install it. Yes? I don't have it. Here, you can take mine. Literally contemplating my like existence.
Really? How's it? But suddenly it got this bad?
I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. It just got. I wake up like I take sleeping pills to sleep. I take melatonins. Like I've been going ham on pills lately.
What, are you taking Xanax? Or like just like lower powered
Yeah,
stuff?
dude.
Wow.
I'm taking sleep. No, I'm taking sleeping pills, melatonins, and like not Xanax, but like melatonins, which is really bad, and sleeping pills, which I
I
think
mean,
are really
melatonin is
bad.
not bad. It's a circadian rhythm
Yeah, but
stabilizer.
I take 5 in like an hour.
And it helps you sleep right away.
No, I also take sleeping pills.
Oh, along with it? What the hell? That's weird. Dude,
Dude, don't know. I
don't.
just take whatever the fuck I can to like keep my like nerves calm. I wake up with a panic attack. Like the last 3 days, I've been waking up with, and the second I wake up, I take 2 melatonins.
Holy shit, man. You need to stop that right now.
Yeah,
Stop taking the pills. That's crazy.
because I just can't function. I just feel like there's too many nerves in me. And right now, I just took a coffee, so I start freaking out even more.
Don't
But
drink
I need
coffee.
this
If you're
coffee
having
to
panic
get through
attacks, don't drink
this.
coffee at all. I can't drink that much coffee
I
either.
know, but I have to stay awake.
Damn, man.
I have to do shit, man. I fucking hate this shit.
You'll get through it, man. You'll come out stronger.
I
That's
feel
for
like I
sure.
have like.
Trust me, it's a
I
good
hope
thing.
so.
It's gonna
Is
sound like
Juliet in London?
it's gonna be a good thing. On the other end, almost 100% of the time,
I just
times
wanna
I got depressed. It came
like
out stronger.
even if like I just wanna I really wanna leave social media, but it's really hard to do that. I feel like I don't know. I wanna leave social media.
Just don't give a fuck about it. You don't have to go too extreme, because I do that too, and then I get like, okay, I didn't have to go so crazy. Like, just stop giving a fuck. Maybe just don't post for a while. Like, I don't know. I mean, does it feel like there's a pressure that
It's like you're looking for assurance. No, I
Hmm?
don't feel there's a. Yeah, I do feel there's a pressure that if I don't post. No, but it's true. When I don't post, people start asking me, like, why aren't you posting? Like, because, like, when times are really good, like, when I'm on holiday or, like, when, like, my life is all popping, when I'm working in London or whatever, I post a lot. And then when I don't, people are like, where are you? Like, I'm not saying I'm some sort of celebrity, but, people
Yeah.
start asking me, like, where have you been? I haven't seen you. So yeah, there is kind of like a pressure, you know?
Wow. I mean, up to you, dude. I mean, I don't know how strong that pressure is, but for some time, I would just say,
No, but I can
fuck
leave.
it. Read this book called Thus
I
Spoke
would leave.
Zarathustra.
What?
That book is exactly what you're going through right now. Thus spoke Zarathustra. It's about.
What is it called?
You want to write it down? THUS. Spoke.
Can you write it for me?
I'm on my phone right now. When I get on Skype on my computer, I'm gonna text it to you. So when you get some time, read that shit. But dude, just trust me when I say this. Like it's gonna be for the better. Like you're gonna come out of this stronger, especially at this age. I really believe that. Like I really fully believe that. I have done so much, not research, but like experienced and looked into it so much. It's almost like I expected. Like I expect my brothers to go through some kind of like depression when they're age like 19 to 22, because that's when you are end of that cycle where like, okay, go to school, then it's college, then it's stuff, and then it's stuff, and then now what comes at this age, like what the hell is after this, when where there's no anymore, you know, like well trodden path in terms of like where you exactly have to choose. All this time we kind of have to choose, you know, like okay, school grades go up, college grades go up, you know, like 11, 12, like that. It's kind of like a path. Everybody around you is taking the same thing. Now the next one, you realize that, oh shit, all these other ones have to be in 4-year increments. The next one I choose, it could end up for the rest of my fucking life. So the pressure is there, whether you think about it like that or not. Inside you kind of feel that. On top of it, you have other people around you who are, you know, maybe showing that they're having a great whatever, this happening, that's opening up this. Just, if you can, don't give a fuck about what other people are doing. I don't know how easily, you know, sometimes it's easier said than done for that, but yeah, man, you're gonna get through this, and you're gonna come out stronger, much stronger, and you're gonna probably start to give a fuck about the things that actually matter to you, like to you, literally to your life and how you feel day to day, not in the posts, not in the, you know, once or twice of the month when you go out to that vacation, but literally day to day. And that's the strength that you're going to come out of from heavy depressions like this. And definitely let go of the fucking pills right away. You don't need that. Even if you can't go to the gym, don't take the pills. If you can't sleep, then don't sleep until you crash. That's not going to help at all, because that's why it's called a depressant. You don't need it when you're actually depressed. Other than that, man, overall, the only thing I can say is there's a part of you which needs to be killed. So when, you know, when people talk about suicide, it's kind of correct in a way. We're just looking at the wrong way. There's a part of you in the being, or like, you know, your personality, which is from the, whatever you want to call it, soul or mind, needs to be killed and regrown, rebirthed, right? Renewed. The newer version has to come through. But why are you questioning and trying to kill the body with it? The body didn't do anything. You don't have to take your life for it. I mean, I know you're not that serious, but, you know, I'm just giving an example. When these things happen and you feel like I just feel like I don't want to exist anymore, it's because there's a personality trait, characteristic part of you, part of Tara that doesn't, you just don't, you're fucking sick of it. You want a new version to come through that's going to be more powerful and that can, you know, do the things that the older version is not just being able to do, such as being motivated to or be happy in a certain level. So yeah, man, unfortunately I have to go now because one of my clients are coming, but I hope some of the stuff made sense, man.
Yeah, I did. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I'll talk to you soon though.
Okay, bye.
All right, man, take care. Later. What a video. Woo.